your generic live show.
What's over the program, everyone? Thanks for joining us here on the Generic Live Show for a Sunday. It's Dale Campbell here with you. We're doing it for Geek.io. Thanks for joining us here on the Generic Live Show for a Sunday. Again, Dale Campbell here with you. We're doing it. And it's a pleasure as per always. By the way, voice lines are now open. You can head on over to our Discord channel, geek-io.net/Discord. Join Channel General. And the voice channel, and we're in like Flynn. You can be on the show and tell us how you're spending the big day today in the Generic Live Locker Room. Thanks for joining us. It's good to be here. Let's check live now with the big game. It is currently with 2 minutes 30 to go in the first quarter. Whoa! Let's go back. So the first quarter it is Philadelphia Eagles 9, New England Patriots 3. I just realized this. We're gonna know the outcome. You're gonna know the outcome by the time this show airs. So I don't understand why I'm doing this. First and 10 at any 18. Superb owl. In the first quarter. Game highlights. Has game highlights already? Okay. You know what? Sure. We're gonna keep that open though. It is 9-3 to Philadelphia. Don't you love that? Live updates, but we have everything you needed to know before it went live. We played this dummies guide, which Fox Sport had all the sass on. Like Fox Sport, I did not expect Fox Sports to be sassy at all. But there you go. The more you know. So this clip is called "Leave It All on the Field," and again, once it loads, it'd be great. And then we'll talk about some of the key players and some more clippage for you. Refresh the page to reload. All right, so we kind of broke down the numbers last hour, but some more stuff that you needed to know. The Eagles have won 13 previous meetings. We're working on those clips. They're coming. Between the two sides, won 7 of the 13 previous meetings between the two sides, and including a notable defeat in 2005 when the Patriots ran out 24-21 winners. New England has been percentile contenders since then. Tom Brady and Bill Belichick built a dynasty at Foxborough, most recently defending the Atlanta Falcons in last year's championship. The Eagles, on the other hand, welcome to the chat. Okay. The Eagles, on the other hand, have mixed fortunes until this season. Had mixed fortunes until this season, when they found inspiring leaders in not one but 2 quarterbacks. Carson Wentz and Nick Foles compiled a 13-season multi-dimensional ball control offense that just might be capable of holding the ball long enough to render a Brady a spectator. Okay, that's a weird sentence, but hey, what can you do? So here's they're loading. All right. Sure. That's a thing. I mean, thank you. I'll take the compliment. I'll take the compliment when I can get it. Let me tell you. So this one's here called "Leave It on the Field" by Fox Sports. We'll see how that goes. But
I'm gonna get you, you beautiful, shiny. Oh, you've gone.
And mute. And unmute when it's done. So, apart from Brady, who's playing, there's Nick Foles, Chris Long, La Gabriel Bolt, Rob Growski, Brendan Cook, and Dion Lewis. If those names ring any bells.
Well, it is the biggest day on the sporting calendar in the US. New England take on Philadelphia for Super Bowl glory, and it all takes place on Monday. For a preview, here's our reporter Duncan McKenzie-McCarg alongside a very special guest who knows what it takes to win that ring.
Well, we're in Minneapolis ahead of Super Bowl 52 between the New England Patriots and the Philadelphia Eagles. The guy beside me is a Super Bowl legend. He's a Super Bowl champion and a four-time Pro Bowler. Of course, I'm talking about Isaac Bruce. Isaac, thanks very much for joining us here on Fox Sports Australia.
Thanks for having me, man. Appreciate it.
What do you make of Super Bowl week so far at the moment? It's pretty crazy out here, isn't it?
Well, you know what? This is the media part of it, and this part is for the fans. Make sure we keep them engaged. But come Saturday, come Sunday, we'll be here for the real reason.
Now, I called you a Super Bowl legend because you had that fantastic catch, the 73-yard touchdown catch. Just talk us through that particular moment in 1999.
Oh, it's great, man. It was a dream catch that every receiver that's ever played football would like to have. A special moment that it was in the Super Bowl. And, you know, time was winding down, 2 minutes left in the game. We throw one up, and by the grace of God, I come down with the ball. Everyone's chasing. No one catches me. I see myself in the Jumbotron, and the rest is history.
And talk us through the moment when you actually went through the end zone.
Oh man, you know what? In that moment, it's funny how everything just went slow motion. I thought I ended up just barely crossing in the end zone, but when I went back and watched the film, I was almost in the middle of the end zone. So just to see how that played out, how everyone was going slow motion, and my heart was racing, people chasing me, really exhilarating.
And in that moment, did you feel that you won the Super Bowl for your team?
Absolutely. Not only that, I felt like I was the MVP of the game at that moment, and that the game was over. And then I rubbed my eyes, looked up, and I had 1 minute and 54 seconds left in the game, so I had to be in that holding pattern for a while.
And Isaac, when you come back to Super Bowl week, all those great memories must always be flooding back for you.
Absolutely, man. It's a special time. I was fortunate to play in 2 Super Bowls, and just being back here makes me really, really grateful that I had the opportunity to not only play in one, but to win one as well.
And what do you make of the two teams here, the New England Patriots and the Philadelphia Eagles?
Well, 2 greatly coached teams with a lot of talent, and I think it'll be a good game. I think that there's a lot of guys, both veterans and young guys, who have never played in this game with the opportunity to accomplish some dreams. And hopefully, well, I know for a fact one of the two will get it done.
And what do you think about Nick Foles? Do you think he'll rise to the pressure and expectation?
I think he should. I think last week or 2 weeks ago he played really well. I think he has the great coach in Peterson that can really tutor him to the point where he can go out and win one more football game and be crowned the champion.
And is Tom Brady the greatest quarterback of all time? Is he the greatest player of all time?
Well, I played and I grew up cheering for a guy by the name of Dan Marino. So in my eyes, Dan Marino is the best, and he's a close second.
Yeah, Dan Marino is actually floating around these parts as we speak. Have you got a tip for the game at all?
A tip? I'd have to say just make sure you enjoy the moment. Make sure you squeeze everything out of it and leave nothing on the field. Leave everything on the field, but take nothing with you. And make sure you don't have any regrets when you're done.
Okay. Well, thanks very much for joining us here on Fox Sports News Australia, and have a fantastic week. Thank you,
sir.
Isaac Bruce there, a huge Super Bowl. It's Super
That was, yeah, Isaac Bruce there with Fox News, Fox Sports News Australia. Having some fun, talking all things previous sports, ball, there. I don't know how to not introduce that clip. Next up, I think this one's from a press briefing before the game. This one's entitled, "We Want to Make History."
Philadelphia are confident they can be history makers by becoming the first Eagles side to win a Super Bowl. The Eagles seem cool, calm and collected ahead of Monday's decider with the New England Patriots, with only one thing on their mind.
expect a lot about ourselves. We want to be, you know, in history and cement our own legacy. So there's no added pressure, you know, from the fans. We put pressure on ourselves to be great. And so that's what it's going to come down to on Sunday, is us making sure that we end up in history, on the right side of history, and that we cement our legacies as the first Super Bowl champs in Philly history.
And the only question surrounding the Patriots has finally been answered. Rob Gronkowski will play against the Eagles after being officially cleared under the concussion protocol.
There you go. Well, you should have a fun time. You should have a fun time. That is that. So well, let's break down some of the players. So the Philadelphia is really gunning for it, and well, they're leading at the moment. So they're still leading 3-9. I'll get that on the screen, and Philadelphia currently has possession. We've just started Q2. But live play-by-play without virtually being there. That actually would be fun one day to actually go and cover some of these events live, but we don't have the budget for that. What are you talking about? So some of the players here: Nick Foles, the Philadelphia quarterback, was warming the bench as backup to Carson Watts until an injury put him on the into the spotlight 6 weeks ago. The Eagles' high-powered offense will need 29-year-old to have a steady hand on the wheel if they want to upset the reigning champs. Chris Long is another player, the son of Hall of Fame player Howie Long. The journeyman defense end played for free this season, donating his game checks to charities supporting disadvantaged children. Aww. Long won the Super Bowl with New England last year before moving to Philadelphia in the summer. La Grande Blount, another expatriate's superb Al winner, running Blount in the engine room of the Eagles' offense. It's a fence, but shaped as an O. Laying a platform for the Eagles' passing game, Philadelphia will be looking to him to burn time off the clock and keep Brady where they want him, off the field. Rob Gronkowski, at almost 2 meters tall. That's a tall gentleman. And weighing in at 120 kilos, Gronk is Brady's favorite passing target, winning 2 big games with the Patriots. However, he has been recovering from a concussion, limiting his preparations for the game. Brendan Cook, New England has a strong season from the receiver after acquiring him from New Orleans in the offseason. He posted a 1,000-yard receiving season and was second on the team in receiving yards, only behind Gronkowski at 1,084. And Dion Lewis, the running back, has also found a new life in 2 seasons, removed from his knee injury. He led the team with 896 yards rushing and 6 rushing touchdowns. There you go. Well, we're only 13 minutes away from the halftime show, ladies and gentlemen. Because that's what it's about, right? That's what we're doing here. That's what we're doing here. So there you go. What else? There's not really much else to talk about the big owl. I mean, you got Tom Brady, you got Bill Belichick there. I mean, I definitely don't have a horse in this race at all. So there you go. But coming up next, though, we will break down some of the myths. We'll spend a little bit of time breaking down the myths before the rest of the Generic Live Show. The rest of GLS here on a Sunday. My name's Dale Campbell. Thanks for joining us. Again, coming up next, we're going to be bringing you some we're going to be bringing you some myths about the superb owl. Thanks for joining us here on the Generic Live Show for a Sunday. It's Dale Campbell here. Thanks for joining us. It's 10:19.
This podcast is proudly sponsored by Amazon. Amazon has all of your needs for all occasions. Amazon stocks a large range of pretty much everything. Everything from automotive to baby to computers, payment cards, groceries, health and personal care, and everything for Amazon Kindles, ebooks, movies and television, magazines, office products, and stuff for your patio, lawn, and garden. Hey, they even sell sports goods. If you're into sportsball. If you're ready to check out the range at Amazon.com, use geek-io.net/Amazon to help out the Geek.io podcast network. We get a little bit of a kickback through our affiliate link there. That's geek-io.net/Amazon. Amazon. Everything for every occasion. Everything for every occasion may not be the official slogan for Amazon. Some products not available in all areas. This Geek.io podcast network program is sponsored by Audible. They're the leaders in digital audiobooks on the internet. Choose from over 100,000 titles across all types of literature, including fiction, non-fiction, and periodicals. Try audible.com now and get your first 30 days of Audible Listener Gold membership plan for free. That's right, free, which includes one audiobook credit per month. After your 30-day trial, your membership will renew for just $14.95 per month, so you can continue to receive your audiobook credit per month, plus members-only discounts on all audio purchases. If audiobooks aren't quite your thing, well, that's okay. Audible also have a variety of radio and TV programs and audio versions of magazines and newspapers. There's something for everyone. Check out geek-io.net/Audible for all of the details. And we thank Audible for their support of the Geek.io podcast network. This Geek.io podcast network is proudly sponsored by T-Fury. T-Fury is the home of your t-shirt needs. Well, we're all geeks, and we all love wearing t-shirts because, well, society tells us that we can't walk around naked, allegedly. So we've got you covered. T-Fury is the home of t-shirts with geeky designs from independent artists. What's there not to love? T-shirts, geekiness, indie. Yay! When you're ready to go check out the range, use our affiliate link over at geek-io.net/T-Fury so we can get a little bit of a kickback off any t-shirt that is bought from the hundreds of t-shirts available at T-Fury. T-Fury, the match made in heaven. A match made in heaven is not actually the T-Fury slogan, although I don't actually know what the T-Fury slogan is. Opinions that are reflected in the preceding advertisement were the opinions of Dale Campbelloni and are not reflect those of the Geek.io Podcast Network, its affiliates, or sponsors.
Are part of a balanced breakfast and proud members of the Geek.io Podcast Network. This is the Generic Live Show. Thanks for joining us here on the Generic Live Show for a Sunday. It's Dale Campbell here with you. We're doing it for Geek.io. Thanks for joining us here on the Generic Live Show. It's a pleasure as always. Now, apparently we are in the halftime show, so I don't know. No. We're at Q2 at 12 minutes 45. Okay, Google. Make up your mind, Google. You said in the commercial break that you were halftime. Don't mess with me right now. But if you want to join the show live, you can. Discord, geektashow.net/discord. Spoiler alert, the post show might not be that long today. So I don't know how much steam either I or my computer has in the tank. Alright, so we're 12 minutes and 37 seconds away. That makes sense. From halftime show, which would make ultimate sense. I don't know why I was saying halftime before. That was weird. So there you go. It's still 9-3 to Philadelphia. So go Philly, apparently. So there you go. Thank you for joining us here on the Jack Live Show. So we're going to break down some myths about the big game today. Whilst we wait. Whilst we wait for that halftime show that we're not streaming live anyway. Of the most popular legends and rumors associated with the big game. How many of these have you heard? There you go. Over the last few decades, the football's championship game has suppressed baseball's World Series as America's premier sporting event. But there's some popular rumors. Uma has it. Uma has it. Uma has it. There you go. Quarterback speak. The story about the big game reporter who cluelessly asked Washington Redskins quarterback Doug Williams, "How long have you been how long have you been a fifth color quarterback?" is an other one. But some people have been convinced that it didn't happen. Quarterback speak. It is not true. He did not ask how long quarterback Doug Williams, how long he's been a quarterback of color. Super Bowl Sunday. That's a good euphemism too. Copyright free sports ball chat with generic Australian. I like that a lot, actually. Generic sports ball chat with generic generic white Australian male. I like that a lot, actually. That might actually suppress the title. Generic sports ball chat with random white Australian. The claim that more women suffer domestic violence on the big game Sunday. That it seems to be an atypical one, but it took to the run-up to 1993 and now entrenched in an unshakable belief in many people's minds. It is not true. Not more women suffer domestic violence on big game Sunday. The bell curve. Jag actress Kristen Bell. That's the second Jag reference on this show today. Why? Why is Jag in the news? Did I miss something? That's 2 Jag references, and now I'm holding up 4 fingers because this is my new thing. My new thing is going, why is Jag on the show? Why? Okay. That's a weird thing. This has been a weird show. Jag actress Christine Bell remarkably predicted the winner in the exact score of the 2002 Super Bowl. Prior to the start of the 2001 NFL season, or did she? She did not accurately predict that, but many people believe so. Crash course. A rise in automobile accidents supposedly occurs in the aftermath of the game each year. Why? The largest surges in motor vehicle accidents rate occur in the home state of the losing team. That's weird. That actually happens. Huh. Flushed out. Every time you hear... you heard this all the time. Sewer systems in major cities are broken due to the tremendous amount of toilets being flushed simultaneously at the halftime of the Super Bowl. There's lots of bowel movements happening. That is, of course... that is a rumor that hasn't been confirmed nor denied, but I highly doubt that is true. I Am Legend did the 2007 Will Smith film I Am Legend. Man, there's some weird references on this show today. Do Kathleen Bell one better and correctly anticipate the results of the 2008 Super Bowl? That is a rumor that hasn't been confirmed. There you go. That is so weird that Jag has come up twice on this show. Again, you know what? I'm going to Google. That's the third time now that Jag's come up on this show. News. I'm going to type into Google. I'm going to see what news has come up about Jag. What Jag news there might be. Okay, well, Google's not working. So have fun with that. Jag is... we've got Jag News 94. Australian Jag actor dies in... Ooh, that's in 2003, though. That still sucks. TV show news. Let's be a little bit more specific. There's a whole page on it. Oh, last updated 2014. What does a Jag do? Judge, Advocate General, Cops. Is there a spin-off of Jag? Wait, what? Is it? No, it is not. No, it's not. I'm going to declare that it's not, and we'll see how that works out for everyone involved. So there you go. As we continue here on the Generic Live Show for a Sunday, it's Dale Campbell here with you. We're doing it for Geek.io. Thanks for joining us. It's a pleasure as per always. So we're gonna check in on the big game. We've now spent an hour and a half on it, but we're gonna give some love to the nerds. He says, speaking as a jock for no reason. we gotta spread the love around. There's a new Windows update that you might want to pay attention to. We'll tell you more about it as we continue here on the Generic Live Show for a Sunday. It's Dale Campbell here with you. We're doing it for Geek.io. It's a pleasure as per always on Big Game Sunday. It's 10:31. Enjoying the show? Want more once we go offline? You can keep the conversation going in the Geek.io Discord over at geek-io.net/discord. Hang out with all of your favorite Geek.io personalities, and if you support our Patreon at patreon.com/geek.io, you get exclusive content. Again, keep the conversation alive once we go offline over at geek-io.net/discord. The Generic Live Show is proudly powered by you. That's right, you. Patreon.com/geek.io is where you can support this show and all of your favorite Geek.io productions. For as little as $1 a month, you get everything that we do in one nice nifty RSS feed. And you can get a special room in our Discord at geek-io.net/discord and hang out with all of your favorite geeks. Just head on over to patreon.com/geek.io. That's patreon.com/geek.io, GEEKIO, for all the reward levels, including a produce your own show level, and for all of the details. We thank you for your support. Are you a fan of the Generic Live Show? Now you can fill your home with the best Generic Live Show products by heading over to Generic Live Home. You can either pick up a Generic Live mug, or a Generic Live shirt, or even a Generic Live pillow, or maybe even all three. Everything at Generic Live Home is at affordable prices. So go check out the full range now over at geek-io.net/generic live home. and we thank you for your support of the Generic Live Show. Join internet sweetheart Dale. No, that's not quite right. What's another? Join your master of ceremonies, Dale. No, that's too formal. I got an idea. Join the guy who knows things about stuff. This is the Generic Live Show with the guy who knows things about stuff, Dale Campbell. Thanks for joining us here on the Generic Live Show for Sunday. It's Dale Campbell here with you. We're doing it for Geeko. Thanks for joining us. The phone lines are open in Channel General in our Discord at geek-show.net/Discord. Join the conversation. And I knew that tonight was going to be a quieter show because, again, everyone's having big game parties, which, by the way, update time. Beep 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 beep. Philly scored a touch kick. Philly scored a touch kick. No! No! Philly scored a touch kick. We're done. We're done. We're done here. We're done here. Yeah. Random ladies agree. That a touch kick. Oh, so good. Philly scored a touch kick. But seriously though, they did score a touchdown and a kick, probably, because I don't know how much they are worth. But it's now 15 to Philly, 3 to New England. At 2nd and 10 at Philly 29. In the big game. Philly scored a touch kick. Now to talk about the stuff that I'm comfortable about talking about. Ugh. Oh, now that we're back talking about stuff that I'm familiar with. So Windows will make Windows 10 S the default mode for 5 Windows 10 versions. So. And we're bringing serious talk, and this actually might take up most of the rest of the show here. Everything is not working today. Everything seems to be broken today. Literally, nothing is like scrolling or anything. So, I'll get to the specific details in just a moment. But what the aim of the shortage is that they're basically going to make Windows Lite the default edition. So, Microsoft will reportedly offer Windows 10 S as default quote-unquote mode. That it'll sell virtually all Windows consumer versions, several of which being added as a part of the roadmap update. Excuse me. What isn't clear, however, is whether new Windows 10 versions, entry core Core and Value Plus and Advanced, according to a report by Thunderbolt.com, will contain their own discrete feature set as well as licensing fees. The report will claim that new versions will begin shipping in April. Just in time for Easter. If this report is correct, though, the additional revamps will mean significant changes for Windows. Windows 10S is currently a separate operating system on products like the Microsoft Surface laptop, the iOS on Windows Home, and will be the OS on Windows 10 Home and Windows 10 Pro products. Windows 10. So here's the key part, and I want to highlight this one for everyone at home. Windows 10, that red one there, so you can see it better. Windows 10S only allows for UWP apps to be loaded from the Windows Store, locking out traditional Win32.exe files. Consumers will Consumers will still be able to access Windows 10. Consumers will still be able to access Windows 10 Home and Windows 10 Pro. The article suggests that consumers will still have a window when time to upgrade. Consumers who wish to upgrade from Windows 10 S Pro to Windows 10 Pro, however, will be charged $49. They also noted that these versions of Windows 10 S will apparently support third-party antivirus software, which traditionally runs as legacy.exe versions. I'm assuming that'll be, I'm not really much of a programmer, so I'm probably going to get hate for even mentioning this. But I want to mention that, again, I'm probably going to get hate because I'm not really a programmer and I don't know how that works, but that's probably going to be a backdoor registry thing, I'm assuming, is because that they're going to be like, well, you have to have antivirus software, and if it's .exe file, you can't run those, so that's probably going to be an exception, but I don't know how that would be an exception. Though the site cites Microsoft data claims that the majority of Windows 10 S users will stick with Windows 10 S, the limitations caused by to recommend to switching to Windows 10 S Pro in our review of the Surface laptop. Windows S and its UVP apps have promoted some, such as Epic CEO Tim Sweeney, to characterize somewhat of a limited UVP apps for killing PC gaming. And of course, Microsoft's not commenting. Sorry, yeah. What are these Windows 10 versions, which claim to the internal company documents? So the versions. Oh, excuse me. Does not appear to be changing partners' more diverse hardware. For example, the Core Plus version also applies to desktop machines with less than 8 GB of RAM. And less to or equivalent to a 2 GB hard drive or solid state drive, and costs partners $86.66. The advanced versions of $101 to partners includes hardware like an iCore 7 plus 16 GB of memory. So what it means to you with the Redstone 4 update, Windows possibly shouldn't. Much as whether I showed that or not, but hey, I could do other stuff while I'm reading, so that. With the Redstone 4 update, Windows probably called the Spring Creators Update, according to TheRot.com, being somewhat blah news. With these tweaks, Windows currently are currently making it certainly interesting. So this is going to not only murder PC gaming, but I'm assuming will murder live streaming and podcasting. At least, okay, let me rephrase that. It's not going to murder them. It's going to take an axe and murder them. It's going to basically be an adjustment, and it's not going to be a casual adjustment. I'm assuming it's going to be one of those things where it's just like, bam, there's your update, have fun. Like it's definitely going to be one of those. Definitely going to be one of those things, particularly if we have to use store purchased apps instead of exe files, because, and I'm sure I'm not the only one in this situation where I'm probably not the only one who uses .exe files. Like the stuff I use to produce the show, I use Google Chrome for some reason. I use XLib for some reason, but again, I'm fixing things, and I use Discord, which is all .exe files. The stuff I use, and you know, I've got recording stuff, and I've got my black box recording, and you know, they're all apart from the black box recording, are all powered by .exe files, and I don't think any of you want to listen to the raw files before processing, because it picks up a lot of noise, and that's just not necessary for anyone. But it's hard because the way that we do things and have done for years, and I suppose before .exe files there was a way to run programs. Not in my lifetime, and I suppose not in a lot of my listeners' lifetimes either, but there was a time where exe files didn't exist, and there was ways around that. Or it might be a time for me to upgrade. Either way, it's definitely a telling sign for sure. I'll give you that. But I don't know why the exe file system works fine now. I don't understand the sudden change of why the exe files need to suddenly go away. And the apps are going to be the weird problem, unless all of the exe files can get converted. Unless that's the case, and then we, you know, have to. Then that's a smoother transition. But I don't see how this is going to be a smooth transition at all come April, which is 2 months away. BT dubs. And I haven't heard anything about trying to make it better for consumers, at least make it easier for the consumers, because if you don't make it easier for the consumers, there's going to be a massive flip out. And I bet average Joe Smo on the street, who somehow owns a Windows PC, but anyway, if he kind of wants to own, if he wants to upgrade to use anything on the EXE side of things, he'll have to pay astronomically astronomically to him for that stuff, to get an upgrade to use his program files. I do like the addition. I do like, just quickly though, I do like the fact that the fact that they are using a back whole loophole thing for antivirus software, because kind of needed just a little bit needed for that sort of stuff. So that's my hot minute on that. I don't know, and I think I don't know. This is just the final. I read this, and it was the kind of the final blow in the coffin of, all right, I might be forced into a corner where my current setup, which is literally 2 potatoes stringed together that somehow got Wi-Fi enabled to run this, is now in question. I don't know. Unless that's new units in April, which in that case, well, I'll be forced to upgrade by then anyway, so who am I kidding? As we continue here on the Generic Live Show for a Sunday, well, hang on, let's look back in to the big game. It is, we're 3 minutes away from the big halftime show. Philadelphia 15, New England Patriots 6. There you go. 15-6. They're catching up. They're bringing up the rears, as the saying goes. Thanks for joining us here on the Generic Live Show for a Sunday. Well, Elon Musk. It's time for the Elon Musk Corner Hour. 10 minutes of it. Not even 10 minutes. 6 minutes of it. 6 minutes of Elon Musk's Corner Hour. As we continue here on the Generic Live Show, thanks for joining us. It's Dale Campbell here with you. We're doing it for GKO. Thanks for joining us. It's 10:50.
Generic Live Show is sponsored by ProXPN. ProXPN is an uber-secure VPN that believes you should be able to use the internet how you want to, by encrypting all traffic that goes through it. It keeps all of your data private, and your IP is completely hidden, so your location is secure. Keeps you safe from stupid cable 6 strike rules and more. With everything going on, ProXPN is a good investment and is very affordable, and won't break the bank. Keep your traffic safe. Go to proxpn.com and use GEEK20, that's GEEK number 2 number 0 GEEK20 for 20% off the already really low price, starting at $6.25 a month. We thank ProXPN for their support of the Generic Live Show. The Generic Live Show is proudly powered by you. That's right, you. Patreon.com/GeekIO is where you can support this show and all of your favorite GeekIO productions. For as little as $1 a month, you get everything that we do in one nice nifty RSS feed. And you can get a special room in our Discord at geek-io.net/Discord and hang out with all of your favorite geeks. Just head on over to patreon.com/GeekIO, that's patreon.com/GeekIO, GEEKIO, for all the reward levels, including a produce your own show level, and for all of the details. We thank you for your support. Whether we're waking you up or putting you to sleep, this is the Generic Live Show.
I just realized that bumper kind of doesn't apply anymore. Thanks for joining us here on the Generic Live Show for a Sunday. It's Dale Campbell here with you. I mean, if you want to go to sleep at 8 o'clock on a Sunday night, no one's stopping you. I mean, that's fair. Throughout the break, though, we had 12-15, New England Patriots scored a kick goal. I can't believe I said that. I really don't know what came over me then, but who really knows? Thanks for joining us here on the Drake Live Show for a Sunday. I have a feeling that the post show is not going to happen. I will try and do a post show. I'll try. You know, we have to. We have to. It's in our contractor mondo. So, like I promised, let's do the 6-minute Elon Musk update. So, okay. Now, we all have crazy ideas, right? Like, we all have ideas that we aimed to have in life. Wow. This is going well, you guys. Going really well. And we all have pie-in-the-sky ideas that we all like to have. But I think Elon Musk has gone a little too far. A little too far this time. His boring company is now selling flamethrowers. Ladies and gentlemen, get your boring company not flamethrowers. So apparently that's how they're shipping them now. So the stunt generates $10 million for the billionaire's personal hobby, despite the warnings from Home Office and U.S. politicians. Wait, hang on. Let's deconstruct this sentence. I know this is the Elon Musk minute. Musk minute. Hashtag Musk minute. But stunt generates $100 million for Home Office politicians. Right? Home Office politicians and US politicians. Home Office and US politicians. So basically, he's now selling not flamethrowers. The tech billionaire chief executive of Tesla, SpaceX, and the Boring Company tweeted on Thursday morning that all $500 not flamethrowers were sold, and all flamethrowers will ship with a complimentary boring fire extinguisher. And if you think that's a joke, it's definitely not. I did not click on that. That's not what oh, there we go. All flamethrowers will ship with a... Oh, come on. There we go. Let's try this again. Take 2. All flamethrowers will ship with a complimentary boring fire extinguisher. Any chance... yeah, I like this. This comment might be my favorite comment of all time. Any chance of selling flamethrowers as it's hot AF in Australia? Elon Musk replied, a snow thrower would be really fun. I reckon that would have made that guy's day, right? Because he got a reply from a billionaire, plus also that reply got so many likes and so many retweets. So if you bought one of the 500 not flamethrowers, which, by the way, I keep mentioning that and not actually telling the joke. So, well, not the joke, but the punchline is that he has to call them not flamethrowers for shipping purchases. Plus, also, the flamethrower only charges a flame not even 20 feet long, apparently. That's what I heard on the grapevine, is that the flamethrower is not 20 feet long, but it's a constant flame. It is now a not flamethrower. But at least you get a free fire extinguisher out of the deal. So, I mean, there is that. there is that indeed. So if you're into that, you can get some hot business on that one. But also, Elon Musk has done a deal with the Australian Labor Party in South Australia to get solar power panels and batteries to 50,000 homes. Now look at him! He's so happy! That's after... Oh, that's his participant. That's a participant. I thought that was Elon Musk for half a second. At least 50,000 homes in South Australia will be given solar panels and batteries in a scheme by Elon Musk's Tesla and the South Australian government to build the largest virtual power plant, slashing household power bills in the process. The scheme in housing trust properties has already begun, with the first 100 homes to receive the systems by the 30th of June and another 1,000 over the following year. Following the trial, a further 24,000 systems are set to be installed in housing trust properties. There you go. 50,000 units in 4 days. The state government will assist in rolling out a virtual power plant scheme with a $2 million grant and a $30 million loan from the Renewable Energy Fund. So that's fun. But just a note before we go. South Australia, remember when you tried to be first in something, but failed miserably when you're like, alright, we're going off the grid, we're doing our own thing. Bye, Victoria. Lol, bye, town. And they're like, alright, sure, whatever. Let's strain on our grid, I guess. And, which is ironic, because the seat of Melbourne's now held by a Green Party member, so take that for what you will. So, and they're like, we're combined with wind power, and then a massive storm blew through Adelaide. They were out of power for a week. They had to turn on the parts of the grid again where they'd turned it off, where whole societies had been powered by wind, and look where that got them. So, and I know solar power is probably a better option simply because it's more sustainable and it's more localized than wind farm is, because you're not spreading your solar power panels to a whole bunch of people. So there is that as well. So, but South Australia, we'll see how this goes. All right, new updates as we move into the halftime of the big game. It's still 15-12. By the time this goes on podcast, you'll know the answer. Thanks for joining us here on the Generic Live Show for a Sunday. It's Dale Campbell here with you. Thanks for joining us. It's 11:02. Enjoyed this GKO Media Network production. Copyright 2018. You see how that works?
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.